So as the election season kicks into high gear, we have been repeatedly reminded of Mitt Romney's affiliation with the Mormon Church, Latter-day Saints. However, new information has recently come to light regarding the Trinity Unity Church in Chicago. And that's the one that Senator Barack Obama calls home. Trinity Church's congregation subscribes to a 10-point list, which they refer to as, quote, Afrocentric. Now, a closer look at the church's vision has led many to call them separatists, and in some cases even drawing comparisons to a cult. Joining us now with more on the Trinity Union Church is columnist Eric Rush. Eric, thank you for being with us, my friend. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Let's look, if we look specifically at the 10 items in the church, for example, commitment to God, basics, simple, nobody would disagree. Commitment to the black community. What if it was a commitment to the white community? Commitment to the white family versus commitment to this church, which says commitment to the black family.
Right.
Your thoughts?
Well, the first thing I did in the column that I wrote was interpolated the words black for white, and I looked at it, and suddenly I was looking at this really scary doctrine. You know, it was something that you'd see in more like a cult or an Aryan Brethren church or something like that. I would go beyond saying that they're Afrocentric. They're African-centric. They refer to themselves as an African people, and that somewhat disturbs me from the viewpoint of, well, do they consider themselves Americans? Do they consider themselves Christians? Are they worshiping Christ? Are they worshiping African things black? Well, I mean,
let me ask you that, because beyond what we just mentioned, you know, the commitment to the black community, the black family, you know, the black work ethic they mention in this document, the black community, pledge allegiance to black leadership who has embraced the black value system. Right. You know, if there were a presidential candidate and they were part of a church, and as you point out in your column, you substitute the word black for the word white, there would be an outrage in this country. There would be cries of racism in this country.
Massive.
Will this even be a controversy, in your view?
I think that it could become something of an issue. You know, I've had people flaming me, but I've also had people writing me saying, you know, what took you guys, I guess it means the media, so long to uncover this, because they really are quite cultish, quite separatist.
Mr. Rush, this is Alan Combs. I have a question. Are you questioning Barack Obama's Christianity?
Yeah.
Who are you to do that?
Anyone, just the same as anyone else who can make a discernment about someone's faith.
What right do you have to question somebody else's faith?
I'm not questioning. Well,
you just said
okay,
you were.
I did say I was questioning it. I'm questioning it because when I visited his website, I saw more references to politics, Afrocentrism.
It's not his website, it's the church's website.
It's his church.
It's the church's website, not Barack Obama's website.
Well, if that's his faith,
is he responsible for that website?
Is he responsible for the website? No, but he's a member of the church.
Have you ever been to that church?
No, I've never been to that church.
Do you think you might be more acquainted with what to do if you actually went there first?
More acquainted? Possibly not. Look, he can worship in a coven if he wants to.
He's not worshiping in a coven. He's a Christian church.
My point is that their doctrine is divisive, and if he's going to be a member of an African separatist sort of a movement that pledges allegiance to... Are you suggesting Barack Obama is an African separatist? If he's not, he's missing out on a darn good chance to be one, is what I'm saying.
Is he one or isn't he? Is that your accusation?
No, I'm not accusing him of being a separatist.
Then what's the point?
Then what's the point? The point is that the doctrine waxes separatist.
It's a Christian church. It's clear it's a Christian church. I think it's quite presumptuous and arrogant for anybody to question somebody else's faith. And you've never been to that church, so you don't even know what they do there. You're basing this on a website that you've read, never having actually been at the actual church, or ever having asked Barack Obama about his faith, something which he's talked about quite extensively.
Their website is representative of them. That's why it's out there. Their pastor puts writings on it which are representative of them. That's why it's out there.
Hey, Eric, this is the church's... This is the church's
They're not clearly
website.
Christian to me.
It's the church's stated... It's the church's stated values, which are, you know, very controversial. Eric, I got to tell you something. I think we're going to hear a lot more about this, and
I hope so.
I think it's important. I think we need to flush this out. I really do.